Every day, without noticing, your mind is being pulled, pushed, and shaped by something as small as a chemical spark, dopamine. And the truth no one tells you is simple: this isn't random. There are entire systems built to keep your brain chasing tiny hits of pleasure, tiny rewards, tiny distractions. Think about it. How often do you reach for your phone without thinking? How many times do ads, notifications, and endless scrolls decide what you feel, want, or believe? It's like someone found the volume knob of your mind and turned it slowly without you realizing. But here's the real question. Who benefits from your impulsive clicks, your cravings, your scrolling, your constant need for stimulation? Why does it feel like the modern world is designed to keep you mentally busy but spiritually empty? Stay with me until the end, because today you'll all uncover how they use dopamine to program your subconscious and how to break their influence with a powerful mental deprogramming ritual. Why does it feel like your mind is being steered by forces you can't see? Why do you start the day with clarity but end up feeling pulled in 100 directions you never consciously chose? This is the question we need to answer here, because what most people call my thoughts are often just automatic reactions shaped by repeated stimuli they never noticed. Think about an ordinary day. You open your phone for a second and suddenly 30 minutes vanish. You plan to watch one video, but an invisible thread pulls you into 10 more. It's like that old saying, if someone controls what you look at, they control what you think about. Today the shadows aren't cast on cave walls, they flash on screens. The principle is the same: keep the mind occupied, keep it reactive, keep it predictable. Plato warned about this long before dopamine existed. In the allegory of the cave, people mistake shadows for reality because they never turn around to see who is projecting them. Modern life works the same way. If you only see what the system wants you to see, you begin to want what the system wants you to want. Your desires stop being yours. They become echoes of the environment. The Stoics understood this trap too. Epictetus said that you are not free if your emotions can be hijacked by external triggers. He called this emotional slavery. Today, that slavery has a chemical signature. A ping, a flash, a red dot, a quick reward, and dopamine snaps your attention like a leash you didn't know you were wearing. You follow without thinking, convinced you're choosing. Eastern traditions go even deeper. Buddhism speaks about sankharas, mental imprints formed by repetition. Every time you react the same way, the groove deepens and the mind becomes easier to steer. Ancient monks taught that if you don't shape your patterns consciously, the world will shape them for you. And in our era, entire industries study how to repeat the same stimulus until your subconscious responds automatically. Here is the uncomfortable truth: when so many systems compete to mold your subconscious, who is actually shaping your life? The danger isn't that someone influences you once. It is that your free will slowly becomes a collection of conditioned impulses. You don't notice the moment it happens. Conditioning never arrives loudly. It arrives quietly, wrapped in convenience and comfort. And that leads to the real point. When you're living through reactions instead of intention, you're not living your life. You're reliving a life that was designed for you. Why is dopamine so powerful that it can pull your mind in directions you never consciously agreed to? Why can one tiny chemical decide what you crave, what you fear, and what you keep returning to? To understand the kind of control we're dealing with, we need to look at what science has discovered. Because the brain is not shaped by what you think once, but by what you repeat without noticing. Dopamine is not pleasure itself. It is the signal that tells your brain, pay attention. Do this again. It's like a tiny spotlight that marks certain behaviors as important. Each time you react to a notification, click a video, or scroll for something new, dopamine strengthens a loop, carving a deeper path in your subconscious. Neuroscientists call this reward-based conditioning, but it works exactly like training a pet. Repeat the signal, repeat the behavior until the habit becomes automatic. MIT researchers found that habits form when the brain stops thinking and starts conserving energy. The mind enters a kind of autopilot. The more often a behavior is paired with a dopamine release, the faster your brain shifts that behavior into the subconscious. And that is exactly what modern platforms exploit. The brain learns that unpredictability: the next video, the next message, the next hit might bring reward. So it keeps searching, looping, craving. This is why the mind feels noisy. Your subconscious is constantly tugged by open loops your brain wants to complete. Science shows that when dopamine levels stay high from constant stimulation, the brain becomes less sensitive, pushing you to seek more input just to feel normal. It's not addiction by accident, it's addiction by design. And the most alarming part? Repetition doesn't just shape habits, it shapes identity. Every cue you respond to, every micro-action repeated, becomes part of how the brain defines who you are, your preferences, your impulses, your automatic reactions. They can be programmed without your permission. But if the brain can be programmed, it can also be deprogrammed. The same neuroplasticity that turns behaviors into subconscious loops can also dissolve them. If you introduce new patterns at the right moment when the mind is more open, more quiet, more receptive. And that's why what we do next is so important. Stay with me because in the next part you'll learn the mental deprogramming ritual that allows you to take back control of your subconscious, starting tonight. Let's take a moment to bring everything together. You've seen how dopamine quietly trains your mind to react instead of choose. You've seen how philosophy warned us about illusions, how Stoics spoke of emotional slavery, and how Eastern traditions explain the grooves of the subconscious. And you've seen the science, dopamine loops, habit circuits, reward prediction, and the way the brain automates anything repeated enough times. 3 worlds, philosophy, spirituality, and neuroscience, all pointing to the same truth. Your subconscious is being shaped every day, whether you notice or not. So now imagine something different. Imagine waking up with a mind that feels like still water, not pulled, not pushed, not hijacked by every little spark of stimulation. Imagine scrolling without being swallowed. Imagine choosing your focus the way you choose your breath. Imagine your mind becoming a place you live in, not a place you get lost in. As the old saying goes, if you don't plant your own garden, weeds will do it for you. Tonight, we plant your garden. Here's the mental deprogramming ritual, simple, quiet, and powerful. Before bed, sit for 1 minute, just one. Take a slow breath in and feel your mind settling, like dust falling to the ground. Then choose one sentence, not a wish, not a fantasy, but a direction you want your subconscious to follow. Something like, my mind is mine again, or I choose what I focus on, or I'm not led by impulses. Say it slowly in your mind, once or twice, and visualize it as if you're replacing a small glowing symbol right at the doorway of sleep. Feel the sentence sinking in like a seed going into deep soil. Why does this work? Because the moments before sleep are when the brain's filters loosen and the subconscious becomes most receptive. Neuroplasticity is strongest when the mind is quiet, and repetition during this window rewires associations faster than at any other time of day. You're not fighting the old patterns, you're overriding them. One seed planted every night grows roots where dopamine loops once lived. And here's the real transformation. As you repeat this ritual, the world stops pulling you so easily. The subconscious becomes clearer, calmer, harder to manipulate. You step out of the noise and back into yourself. If this video helped you see your mind differently, tell me in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read tonight. And make sure to subscribe for daily videos that help you reclaim your mind and awaken the deeper clarity that is already inside you.